Hey, True Helper. How are you this evening? It's good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. My weekend was good. Today, it's been beautiful here. It's been like fall weather here. So today, it was a great day to hit the woods. Hey, Carla. We hit the woods with the dogs, and I actually brought my GoPro and I filmed on my family land where we take the dogs, and stuff. So I brought my GoPro, and I haven't looked at the footage yet, but I'm actually excited to be looking at the footage, and I'm hoping to make a video, like a short video of just so when I talk about where I go with my dogs and stuff, everybody kind of has an idea what I'm talking about when I do it. So I'm pretty excited. Can you hear me okay? Because I just got a thing that says my mic is unplugged, but it's not. So I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. If you could put a 1 in the chat, if you can hear me. And it looks like StreamYards. Hey, Charlie girl. Brian. It looks like StreamYards is behind again in the chat. Because you guys just all popped up at once. Hold on. Let me go to my stream. Hold on, guys. So I can see what you guys... okay, you can hear me. Good. Thank you, Charlie girl. So, yeah, so my weekend was good. Like I said, I took today and took a break from YouTube. I really haven't watched anything today. Saturday was crazy, and I just needed a mental break. So I just enjoyed my day with my family. I did some research today on a case that I am going to be doing. That's one of the things I'm talking about tonight. I'm not going to talk about the case. I'm going to be going live tomorrow with this case that I'm doing because I'm almost done. Like, I was almost to the point where I could have went live about the case tonight. But I want to touch base with somebody that is close to this case. This is somebody in our community that knows this person, worked with this person, was considered her a friend. So I want to kind of go over it with her before I go live. And I just want to make sure it's done right. And I think it was a case that wasn't very publicized, and that's heartbreaking. So it's the Cheryl Coker case. So if nobody's familiar about that, this is a woman that was 46. She brought her daughter to school. She came home, and she was never seen again. And her remains were found a year and a half after she disappeared. But that is the case that I'm going to be doing tomorrow night. But like I said, Serendipity is very close to this case. She knew Cheryl. So I kind of just want to go over my research. Not that my research is, but you guys all know, you got to take what the news says and what articles say with a grain of salt. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just want to make sure that I present it as factual as I can get, because I noticed when I'm doing research, and I've noticed this since I've been doing true crime, you can read one article and then you can go to a different article and it's completely different. Like, the times are different, the places are, it's crazy. So you gotta really research to make sure you're getting the most accurate, the most accurate stuff from the case. So yeah, so I've been working on that. I've also been working on the autism live that I want to do. I've been researching on that. So that is coming soon. What else? Let me think. I have set up a new area, as you guys can tell. I know everybody enjoys me being on my porch, and I love being on my porch. But it's starting to get cold here. And fall is coming, and winter is coming. So I needed a change. So I'm in my living room now. I don't know if this is going to be the spot I'm in. I haven't really decided whether I like this spot or not. The only reason why I don't know if I like this spot now yet is like this is the main spot of the whole house. Do you get what I'm saying? So people want to watch TV, people are walking through. So I don't know if this is going to be my permanent spot, but it will do for now. I know, I love my porch too. Oops. Did you guys hear that? I forgot all about it, but I dug up, my husband's looking at me. He's looking at me like, what the heck was that? Yeah, everything fell. Yeah. No, it's from back there because I tried to set up my webcam. I also was going through my computer junk box, so to speak, because I love computers. Many people know that. I'm good at computers, so I have like a computer junk box. And I forgot all about that I have a webcam. So I've been testing that out to see if I like the regular camera that's on my computer or if I'm going to like the webcam better, which one's more clearer. So I've been working on that. But other than that, not much. I'm excited for Wednesday. Now, if everybody can remember Wednesday morning, Carla's live, so to speak, is going to be here. Carla will be on my panel. Misdemeanor will be on my panel. I'm sure Nanya, hey Nanya, I'm sure Nanya will be on my panel. So I really hope you all come in on Wednesday. Miss Jenna face when that bump happened was surprised. It scared me. It was like, what the heck was that? I don't know. It was like the Carla face of a ghost in my house? But I don't have a ghost in my house. Mine was just clutter. I've been piling stuff all over this desk today. So have any of you guys heard of the Cheryl Coker case? Any of you? I know it was not one of the cases that was very public. I think it was more public in Ohio where it happened, but I don't think it was very publicized. I don't think it got much light. I think that she was married, but in the middle of a divorce. If that tells you guys anything, not saying he's a suspect. I mean, if he did anything, you have, Samara. I know a lot of people haven't. And then, I don't know if anybody noticed the new stuff that's going on at Fort Hood. Did you guys hear about Fort Hood? So, the soldier that I was reporting on, Fernandez, they did find him hanging from a tree. Haven't said whether it's suicide or if they think foul play. There are some things to it that makes me wonder. One is it has come out that he was in the hospital for mental health reasons. he was having a really tough time because he had came out about that sexual conduct. He had come out about it and he was getting bullied on the base and he was having a really hard time. So he was released on the 17th to his sergeant, but his sergeant was supposed to make sure he was not alone. Well, the sergeant didn't really follow the rules because he brought him to the apartment that he no longer lived in, hadn't been living in for over a month. And instead of the sergeant bringing him into the apartment to make sure there was people there, the sergeant just dropped him off out front and drove away. Now, the other interesting thing is they found Fernandez hanging from a tree 30 miles from Fort Hood. But his car, all his belongings were on Fort Hood base. So how did he get 30 miles? Now, there is an arrest on another soldier that was murdered. They caught the suspect in, let me read, suspect in triple homicide that left Fort Hood soldier dead, arrested in Mississippi. A Texas man was arrested Friday and charged with the deaths of 3 people, including a Fort Hood soldier, in the March triple homicide. Bernard Moreau, 21, has been charged with multiple counts of capital murder for the death of Asia Klein, 22, Shaq Eldred, 23, and Freddie Dela Cruz, 23. The Killington Police Department announced Friday. The department wishes to express condolences to the family, wish to thank our officers and detectives for the dedicated service in reaching a conclusion in this investigation. Police responded of shots fired at an apartment complex in Killington around 1 a.m. on March 14th and found three people, later as identified as Clyde, Eldred, and Dela Cruz, dead inside. Freddie Dela Cruz was one of the 3 victims, and he was the soldier. Moreau, identified as the suspect, seemingly fled town before being caught Friday morning by the Gulf Coast Regional Fugitive Task Force in Newton, Mississippi. Dela Cruz is one of several Fort Hood soldiers to be killed this year, including 26-year-old Majon Morta, I know I'm getting his name wrong, 24, Gregory Morales, 20, and Vanessa Gilligan. And Elder Fernandez went missing earlier this month and was found dead Wednesday. So, something's definitely going on in Fort Hood. Not a doubt in my mind. But yeah, so they're not really saying what caused the killing. Let's see if another one. Oh, here's the family. This one's good. This is about Fernandez. Let's go to this one first. Sorry, I'm jumping around, guys. Because Fernandez's family questions events surrounding disappearance. I want to say, hold on, let me read it. Okay, that's old. Basically, they were saying that they don't believe Fernandez left on his own. So I don't know. That's awesome, James. Austin James, funny that my in-law. What did I miss? Sorry I'm late. Just dropped a jar out of the fridge. Shit went everywhere. I got a mess to clean up. Got my headphones on so I can listen. Oh no, Truth. Hopefully it didn't hit your toes. That hurts when that happens. Let's see. True helper was like, yeah. Oh, hey, Eagle. So yeah, so that's everything that I'm working on. So I hope you guys all do tune in tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do an afternoon crime or if I'm going to do a night one. I think I'm better off doing night. I think more people are more free. Because during the week, doing a crime live in the middle of the day, a lot of people work. I mean, I know everybody can watch the replay, but I think I'm going to do it probably at night. Probably around this time, 7:30, 8 o'clock. That way, everything's done. You know, supper, everybody, my husband goes to bed about 8 o'clock, so he won't be in the living room watching TV. So I'm thinking 8 o'clock is probably the best time. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I know it's horrible for me to leave during a live. Hey, Margie Jones, Samara, anybody want to come up and chit chat? Because pretty much all my what? No, he doesn't. Wookie, come on. He's not there now. See, this is why I don't want to be in my living room. Because everybody is, hey. Yeah, I'm on a live. When I'm on my porch, it's like I'm my own little hideaway. I do a live in my living room and everybody just thinks, oh, we can just holler to her. She'll get up. Yay. Life's of a wife and a mother. It never ends. So I apologize, guys. Good Lord. So, but yeah, I'm pretty much done with all my updates. Like I said, I'm excited about that crime. I am working on the autism live that I want to do. I'm hoping that can be done during the middle of the week, end of the week. Wednesday, I'm going live in the morning. We look forward to that. Yeah, I'm excited about the autism live. I really am. Oh, thanks, Smokey P. You're so sweet. I hope you had a good weekend. And everybody, if you guys can keep continuing to pray for Ems. Also, just keep her in your thoughts. She's just going through so much. And I just want everybody to keep good vibes going for her. So I don't know if anybody wants to jump up, but if you want to, you can. Other than that, no, but I am excited about the Autism Live. I think it's going to be very informative. I'm excited to get other people's stories because, like we said, Did you talk? I have not talked to Wendy yet. That's why I'm saying, like, I'm working on it. That's why I'm hoping to do it in the end of the week. Because I don't know how to get a hold of Wendy. That's my tough spot. I do know how to get a hold of Diane, so I guess I could email Diane to ask if Wendy would like to come up. But I'm excited because everybody knows autism. It's the same, but it's not at the same time. Every kid they have a lot of the same similarities, but they don't. I don't have a Twitter. I know, shocker. I have everything else, but I've never gotten a Twitter. I don't even know how Twitter works. Just like, what's that new thing that's going on that everybody's been doing? TikTok? I uploaded TikTok, and I'm a computer savvy kind of girl. Like, I can fix anything. I can do anything. I uploaded TikTok, and I literally cannot figure that out for the life of me. I'm just watching videos, but how do you act it out? How do you, I didn't get it. I uninstalled it. I really did. I could not figure out TikTok for the life of me. In Twitter, I've never been interested in Twitter. But everybody says that's how you get a hold of, like, most of the drama community. No offense, but most of the drama community, everybody says tweet them. So I guess Twitter was a big thing for the drama community before they came over to here. But anybody done the TikTok? Anybody get it? I know, I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't, like, I liked watching the videos. They were funny, but I was thinking, I could do like a comedy type night on my channel where everybody could just laugh at me being an idiot. And I could do some TikTok things, and actually do like a live stream, but play all my stupid TikTok things that I've done, to make me look like a fool. But, come on. It would be funny, right? I can't figure it out. Jenna, read that thing I posted in Discord about the 87-year-old lady. Okay, don't mind me. My computer decided to freeze on me and kick me all out. Don't mind me. I was just gonna write you guys and say, I'm coming. So let's try it again. I'll try to look up that thing. Hopefully it won't kick you out. Yeah, it kicked me out. My My computer decided to have a mind of its own because I was looking up what Eagle wanted me to look up, but I don't know where she posted it. Let me check this one. I don't know where it is, Eagle. Can you repost it and I'll read it? I just don't know where you put it. I don't know where you put it, so I can't find it. Hey, Carla Ray. How are you? I'm trying to find something. Eagle wants me to read something, but I don't know where she put it. No, not in there. Let's check this one. No. Oh, hold on. I found it. I think. All right, let me read it. A state trooper pulled an 87-year-old woman over for no fenders. As he looked at her driver's license, he was surprised to notice that attached to it was a concealed weapons permit. Taken aback, he couldn't help but ask if she had a gun in her possession. She replied in her crackly voice that she indeed did have a .45 automatic in her glove compartment. The trooper then asked if she had another weapon, to which she replied that she also had a 9mm Glock in her center console. The shocked trooper asked if that was all, and the little old lady held up her purse and replied, "Well, I do keep a .38 special in my purse." Finally, the astonished trooper asked with a smirk, "What are you afraid of?" And the little old lady smiled and replied, "Not a fucking thing." Now, I don't think she would be afraid of anything. That's so funny. Oh, sorry. It was small, so I had to really focus to read. I think I'm getting old and need glasses. That was funny. Oh my God. Granny got a gun, right? But that's the way you gotta do it nowadays, right? That's so funny. I got a .45 in my glove box. I got a 9 in my center console. So funny. That is a good one, Eagle. That's a good one. That's gonna be you, Eagle. I can picture that. That is so gonna be you at 87. I know you were always carrying. Hey, British Chippy. How are ya? It sounds like your grandma, Remy. My grandmother used to hunt. I mean, she was just this tiny little old lady. She was probably 5 foot nothing. And she could hunt with the best of them. She was always carrying. She loved to hunt. She'd take her little tiny little shotgun out with her, and she'd go hunting with all the big boys all day long. Cracked me up. That's a good nickname. Always packing. Yeah, she is. We are open carry, but we are getting our permits to carry. We are city people, but my grandma didn't mess around. Nope. I was actually watching channel today, this morning actually, right before I started my day. I was like, look, I'm not gonna go watch the drama. I'm not gonna try to catch up on the drama. I'm not doing any of that. I'm gonna go try to find a different channel with a different take. And I remember that Carla had this guy in her chat on Friday. And I guess like once in a while he'll help you build your channel and stuff, but you got to sub to him. And if you sub to him, whatever. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go into his chat today because today his chat was about free speech. And so I went in and it was like 9 o'clock this morning. I went in and I just wanted to see what he was about. And, you know, I like me some free speech, you know, so I kind of wanted to go in and check it out. And they were talking about how, you know, this corona has people, they have people running scared of this corona and how they're taking people's rights away, they feel, because, you know, they have somebody standing outside the store saying you have to wear a mask, and if you don't wear a mask, you can't come in. And all that stuff. But then they were talking about the gun laws too. And that part was very, very interesting because these were all men that all are military men. Were all raised, you know, in the backwoods and stuff, and were taught to have their guns and everything. And they are tired of the whole uproar with the gun laws because of all this police shootings and stuff. It was a really interesting live. I don't know if Carla's still in here. I can't remember the channel name. Let me see if I can look real quick. I forgot the channel name. It's like Samara, you're in here, right? I think Samara was in that chat this morning too. Samara, do you remember the name of that channel? What was the name of that channel, Carla? Lucky 7 Mid Mowers. That's it. And I guess he does like the freedom of speech, every Sunday morning, I think it is. And I thought it was quite interesting, and it was so funny because there's all these guys up on this panel, you know. Yeah, there was a young guy, a really older guy, like mid-aged guy, and then all of a sudden here's cute little Carla. It was all these guys talking about freedom of speech and everything, and there's cute little Carla sitting up there. I was like, you go, Carla, you go, girl. And they were, you know, praising Carla because how she has a voice and she doesn't hold back and she has good thoughts and she says what's on her mind and blah, blah, blah. But it was just so funny. She did hold her own up there. I thought it was so funny to sit there and see. I seen Gigilux this morning. She was discharged from the hospital, British Chippy, and she is home. And so far, so good. Like I said, I talked to her this morning and she seemed good. She seemed chipper and happy to be home, you know? So yes, I have seen her. One thing I'll say about freedom of speech, absolutely yes, but there are consequences along with having that right. And now I can't wait to see Carla up there. It was so funny. It was just like, you know, all these guys and they're, you know, they're very passionate with their free speech and their right to bear arms and, you know, they're about this COVID and how they feel that they're forced to wear these masks and they're, you know, people can't do anything and how dare they tell us we have to wear these masks. What if we don't want to? And now we have like guards outside the stores telling us we can't go in, and are the masks really protecting us? And, you know, a lot of different, not that I agreed with everything they said, but not that I agreed with everything they said, because I didn't, But it was so funny because they were like, Carla, come up. And she was like, all right, I'll come up. And she came up, and it was just so funny because she was just smacking dab in front of all these guys, and she held her own. Jenna, have you heard about the McDonald's massacre in 1987? I have not. Where was that? British Jippy. Let me look that up. I gotta get rid of some of these apps that I got going on here. That's why they call it freedom of speech. Yeah, absolutely. Carla is our social butterfly. She's not scared of nothing. She'll just jump right in there. McDonald's massacre 1980. Oh, I forgot what she said. 1980. Where did you go, British Chippy? 1987. Let's see. "21 people are shot to death at McDonald's." I have never heard of this. James Oliver Herbert opened fire in a crowded McDonald's restaurant in California, killing 21 people and wounding 19 others with several semi-automatic weapons. Minutes earlier, Herbert had left home telling his wife, "I'm going hunting for humans." Wow. Herbert, who had a history of mental problems, lost his job in Ohio the previous year. He brought his family to San Diego and worked as a security guard until he was fired again, months before the shooting. His wife claimed that Herbert called a mental health clinic to make an appointment for counseling, but was never called back. Herbert had a love affair with guns, keeping a small arsenal in his bedroom. Neighbors described him as very angry, bringing several of these guns into McDonald's 2 miles away from the Mexican border. Herbert demanded that the 45 patrons get on the floor, then he walked around the restaurant, calmly shooting people. I just spilled my soda everywhere. He walked around calmly shooting people. He killed 20 in the first 10 minutes, including 4 who tried to escape. There were so many shots fired that police first assumed that there was more than one gunman inside, firing at a fire truck that responded to the scene. Herbert also grazed one firefighter with a bullet. Wow. No, I never heard that case. I don't know what it is today, but because of my nerve damage and stuff, from my back surgery and my neck surgery, there's days where like my hands won't work like at all. It's like I feel like I'm holding I think I'm holding something and I'm really not holding it, and I drop it everything. Today, I have literally dropped everything. My cell phone. I can't even believe I didn't crack my cell phone. I broke a plate. I dropped a bowl. I just spilled my soda. Everything I've touched today. Everything. Jenna, watch 77 minutes. That's the documentary. Okay, I definitely will. Oh yeah, but I don't get it. It's crazy. It just seems like there's times where I feel like I'm holding it and I feel like I got a good grip on it, and the next thing you know, I'm dropping it. And I don't even realize I dropped it because I feel like I'm still holding it, but it's shattering on the ground. Those wounded didn't exactly get away with scratches. A baby survived 3 bullets. Wow. I'm going to write this case down. 77. What was it? The documentary 77 minutes? Was that it? Yep. So, anybody, like I said, hey Mandy, I see you in here. I hope you had a great weekend. McDonald's. Your hands do that sometimes? It is awful. It is. It is. But like I said, does anybody else have any cases that you would like me to look into while you guys are in here? Do you have any that pop to the top of your head that you don't see many people do or haven't done, and it's a case that you're really intrigued in? I can actually look in. Jenna, I have an idea. I will tell you about it tomorrow. It will be awesome. Okay, sounds like a plan. Eagle. Sounds like a plan. Oh, Andy. I'm sure you got busy and it's not a problem. Trust me, not a big deal. I get it. But I just didn't want you to forget. Could you send me that screen recording on how to work on that banner by chance, if you get time? I know things get crazy and we forget, but seeing your name, it clicked with me. Hey, Anna Rose, how are you? Right, Mandy, that's what I'm afraid of. What are you guys afraid of? Wait. Eagle, it's addictive. Once you start, you won't want to stop. Uh-oh. What are you guys talking about? I want to do something that's addictive, and Eagle, that will be fun. Spinning is so cool. Like bike spinning? Is that what you guys are talking about? Spin painting. I've never even heard of spin painting. Jenna, read Nanya's comment. Where is Nanya? Jenna, Brown's Chicken Massacre. Brown's Chicken. Never heard of that one either. Brown's Chicken Massacre. When is it? 1993. 93. I will definitely look into that one. Getting ready for the first day of virtual school tomorrow. Oh, you get the joys of that. How does everybody? I know there's a lot. There's some people where their kids are going to school, but they're only going to school half days or 2 days a week or 3 days a week or something, and then other kids are not going to school at all, and they're doing the virtual thing. I think virtual school would be hard. I know for my kids, if they were still in school, thank God they're not. They've graduated. I don't have to deal with it. And my heart goes out to all you parents that are dealing with it, because I could not even imagine. But there's no way that my kids would sit during virtual school. I would want to rip out my hair, because they would make every excuse in the Jenna Moon, the thrill kill couple, Ocean City, Maryland. Okay. Let me write that one down. Thrill kill. Ocean City, Maryland. You guys are so good on giving me ideas. I wanted to read Mandy's comment. Paint spinning. It's where you spin a canvas or a paper on like a lazy Susan and drip paint on it. It makes super cool pictures. Huh. I'm going to have to check into that. Speaking Well, Eagle would know. Not that I'm really good at it, but I start arts and crafts and I really get into them, and then I get bored. Like right now, I have a Cricut. What is it? Cricut? No. What's the name of it, Eagle? My friend gave it to me for free. She was moving. She's never used it. She gave it to me. Eagle uses hers all the time to make like shirts and all kinds of stuff. And I have one sitting right next to me, and I've never used it. Never. Don't even know how to use it. Circuit. Yes. I have one of those. I got it for free from a friend. It's sitting here. Has pretty much almost everything I need, and I've never used it. Never. The murder that happened in the house I grew up in was interesting, but won't talk. You could always private message me, Mandy, and then I don't even have to mention it. I can just kind of throw it in with the crimes, and nobody would even know. So if that's what you want to do, you can just message me, Mandy, and I would look into it. But that's got to be crazy living in a house where murders happen. How did was it? I'm sure it was haunted. I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I have. Yep, that's what I have, and I've never used it. And that's what Eagle said too. That there is so much you can do with it. Like so much. I've never touched it. Never touched it. I'm staring at it right here next to me, and I've never touched it. See? I have one, but I've never, it's got a bunch of buttons right there. I don't know what those do. I have no clue. But she says I could have so much fun. I could be making all kinds of stuff. Like, I could do all kinds of stuff for my channel, or, you know, I could make, I don't know, what is it called? Oh my God, a brain fart. What do you call that? Merch. There it is. Merch for myself. You can do car details and hair bows. Yeah, see? No clue. Never done it. I can do that. There was court documents that where the love of paranormal came from. My first experience was when I was 6 years old. 3 knocks on a bedroom door. Wow, that's gotta be interesting. The SLA that kidnapped Patty Hearst. It's a perfect example of Stockholm Syndrome. Okay. The L.A. Patty Hearst. Did I miss any? We should mess with a couple. Yeah, you mess with a couple Ouija boards, Smokey. You go ahead. You go do that and we'll watch. I ain't bringing one in my house. No, thank you. But you can do it. I'll watch you. I'll root you on. But no way. No, thank you. Now, Smokey, that's the other thing. Isn't you and Truth gonna be doing that, that crime box or something? When are you guys doing that? I think it's you and Truth that are doing it. And that, like, the team thing, and, you know, you can order that crime box online. I want to say, yeah, we'll see if orbs go around you, Smokey. Yeah, I'm all down for it, but it's all you. I'll just sit and root you on. I'll type in chat and say, good job, Smokey. I'm all good with a Ouija board. No, thank you. I'd rather go to a cemetery and sit there and see what I find before I mess with a Ouija board. We could do you go to a cemetery at night, I'll go to a cemetery at night, we can go live together. I'll do that, but I ain't doing no Ouija board with you. I like you, but no thank you. Can I have a link to talk about it? Yes, of course you can. I know it's coming, and I'm excited about that, Smoke. I'm really excited about it. Hold on, I gotta put my headset in so I can hear you. Hopefully the StreamYard link went down, because yesterday, no matter how many times I put the StreamYard link down, nobody was getting it. Nobody could see it. I could see it. I could see it being posted in the chat and everything, but nobody could get to it. I'm doing a collab with Christina and Son Ghost Squad. She is in New York, and we are doing a cemetery visit together. Oh, cool. When's that, Mandy? Hey, Smokey.
What up?
What up? How are ya?
Why I gotta go to a cemetery? That sounds worse.
No, a Ouija board sounds worse.
I'll do the Ouija
I'll
board.
go to you do the Ouija board. I'll do the cemetery.
You gotta tell me, like, I don't know what to do with a Ouija board. What do you do? Just say, hey, you here? You say stuff like,
yeah, you basically get the Ouija board. You sit with candles lit in a dark room, and you put your 2 fingers on the Ouija board and you talk to it. And it's supposedly the Ouija board moves around and answers questions for you, like yes or no, and it spells out things. Yeah, you ask it a question.
They was cheating or whatnot. Like when I was a kid, I always thought people was cheating.
Well, I don't know. I thought they were cheating too. It made me sleep better at night, but I ain't messing with no Ouija board. I'll go to the
orbs. You think orbs would come around if I did that?
I don't know. I don't know if orbs would come around or not. I don't know. Mandy, what do you think? Mandy's good at paranormal. Mandy, would orbs come around if he did Ouija board, or would he invite unwanted ghosts if he did Ouija board?
Hey, now listen, we did it. I grew up in a plantation house, and man, crazy stuff happened when we did that in a basement one time. And then when we went and left with the Ouija board, the car broke down, and then we took the Ouija board out the car and left it on the side of the road and kept going. Like the car crunk up when we took it out.
True Helper says, do not mess with those boards. If any demonic spirits are around, they will attach to you if you're vulnerable. That's way worse than an orb.
I don't think, I don't know. But I don't know if that really happened, because I was a kid. I was probably like, I was hanging with the big dudes. They could have been messing with me, you know?
Right. Mandy says orbs might come if you do your Ouija board, but he would definitely invite unwanted evil with a Ouija board.
You ain't supposed to do it by yourself either, are you?
No. You're not supposed to do it by yourself. No.
Yeah,
you're supposed to do it with at least somebody. You can have up to, I think, 4 people, but definitely you have to do it with somebody.
How the heck, if it's so evil, how the heck does somebody like Milton Bradley pick it up and make it a board game? You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm with you. I mean, you can buy them at Kmart. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
But hey, Claire, I do want to do it though. I do. But my friends are punks, man. Won't none of them do it with me. Yeah,
I'm not doing it with you either. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know. Bribe them, Smokey. That's what you need to do. Bribe them.
Like worse. Ask our paranormal friends if it would be worse if I went to a cemetery and did it.
Would it
I
be
can't see the
worth?
chat.
Okay, you actually touch a Ouija board so the spirits can use the Ouija board as a portal. So basically, the Ouija board is for them. So Smokey wants to know, would it be worse if he brought the Ouija board to a cemetery and used the Ouija board at the cemetery?
What if I set it up on a tombstone? Oh my God. That would be like horrid. That would be like, probably in my mind, that would be like the start of a horror movie right there if I set it up on a tombstone.
Yeah. Mandy wrote, Mandy, if you want to come up, you can. The demonic spirits can come through a homemade Ouija board. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. I got another question. All right. Listen to this. Okay. So if there's demonic spirits, then we got to acknowledge the fact that there's good spirits too. So who's to say that I don't contact a good spirit?
You could. Yes, you can come up for a minute, Mandy. I'm sure Smokey's got some questions. You might get a good spirit, but you're at risk of getting a bad one.
But can I just whenever I
can you request a good one? Do you think? I don't think you can request a good spirit. No, demonic, just good spirits. I don't think it works that way, Smoke.
But if it started to go south, couldn't I just let go?
I don't think so, because like they said, like Truth Helper said, if you bring it to a cemetery, you're bound to have at least one, if not more, evil spirits there. Grab your crucifix and holy water, Smokey P. Hey, Mandy.
Hey.
Hey.
What's up?
What's up, Smokey?
What up?
I feel so excited I'm on panel with Smokey.
I know, huh?
Nah.
True Helper says the board acts as a portal, and when people focus on them, the spirit knows what we think and feel if we focus. So
and the
Smokey
more fear
wants
you
to
have,
know.
The worst.
Like Smokey wants to know. Say he gets a demonic spirit doing the Ouija board. Can he just close it and tell it to go away, or does it not work that way?
Only if, okay, I've never myself, I gotta turn down my son's phone here, I'm sorry. I have never messed with a Ouija board myself because it scares the bejesus out of me. Okay, so if you're using the Ouija board, you're touching the portal, okay? That gives you more of a chance that something evil can come through and possess you. Like if you look on YouTube, just look possession through Ouija board and you'll see, I mean, I'm sure there's some dumb, stuff on there, but there's real legit ones too. It can take over you, and yes, good spirits can come through too. That's what you start out wanting, is the good spirits. But then the evil ones can sneak in, and the evil ones can portray themselves as good spirits. The video that I just uploaded, if you listen to
they can, if you don't tell them not to come with you, you can take them from the cemetery and bring them all the way to your house, and then they never leave.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. One tried to come home with me. One tried to come home with me. Yes. The video that I just uploaded, watch that. It'll show you. He tried to come home with me, and I had to tell that MFer to get the fuck out of my truck.
Yeah, that's crazy. It'd be different if I could take it to work and make them do half the work.
Oh, that would be awesome. But okay, so on the spirit, I use a spirit box. That way they can't actually possess me. Like I have a less chance. You can download a necrophonic app. It's on iTunes and
Hey,
Google.
hanging with Mr. J.
Hi, Mr.
And I'd
J.
be straight. I wouldn't have to worry about nobody coming to haunt me.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, that is way better than a Ouija board. Way better than a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. But you have to be careful. Okay, when I did that spirit box at the first night one, when we were there, I had kids coming through on the spirit box. Okay. That hurts
Damn.
my heart. When I hear a kid's voice, that hurts my heart. But evil portrays themselves as children so that you trust them and let your guard down, and then that's when they sneak in and get you. On my spirit box, I asked the child his name, and when I said, "What is your name?" somebody said, "David is a monster," and then the child answered me and said his name was David.
Hey, emoji girl, that is crazy.
I mean, you can
That's
watch
crazy.
it. Like, I'm no joke. I don't fluff any of my paranormal stuff. Like, I can't handle when people fake that, you know. So it's no fluff. It was live streamed.
That's scary.
Yeah. So that's when I shut my stuff down. When I heard devil and don't talk to her, people in chat were telling me what they were hearing. I was like, all right, we're going to end this now. And you can't show fear. The more, like, they can sense your fear.
I can see Smokey running. Get away from me!
Hey, I'm going to do it, though. I'm about to do it.
And you can close out the Ouija board to answer that question too. You can close it out if something demonic does come through and you know, but you can't really tell. They don't talk to you. They're spelling out a word for you.
I know.
So there's no really real way to tell for sure if it's good or evil.
But that box thing that you have, they can talk to you, not like a Ouija board. See, that one's better. You could actually have a conversation with them.
Yes.
Smokey.
You answer or ask questions and they answer you. And it's so weird because I'll be like almost at the end of my question and I'll get an answer. It's like they can read your mind, you know, like they know what I'm asking before I even get the whole question out.
Hey, Molly.
When we messed with it when I was a kid, that's what we did. We say, are you a good dude or a bad dude? It was usually a bad dude. And we would ask them, what's wrong? You know, they'd tell us trap, some shit like that.
True Helper says there's so much we don't know about the spirit world. Smokey's gonna get got by a spooky butt pirate spirit.
Ooh. Yeah, hey, so what I take is I need to go get a Ouija board, take it to the cemetery, and have a seance with some candles.
Oh my gosh.
You'll be doing that alone. You are going to be doing it alone. Like I said, I'll watch you do it, but I ain't helping. No way.
I'm a live stream. Now, I'm going to need Mandy to interpret. Hold on, this don't look good, man. So, like, you're going to have to be there. Like, I might tell you to come up on panel. But I'm going to try to get my homeboy to do it with me. But if he don't do it, he usually flakes out. So, I might be on my own on this one.
I'll be on the panel. As long as I'm not in the cemetery touching that Ouija board with you, I'll be there.
Right.
That might be scary, though, dude.
It's not really scary. I've done 3 different sessions after, like, my first session was, I started around midnight, and I left the cemetery with the horrible migraine around 2 o'clock in the morning.
So you've already done this shit?
Oh, yeah. It's on my channel.
She does it all the time. Yeah, she does it all the time. There was one time that she took a picture at the cemetery and there was like 15 spirits, pictures of their heads and stuff. You could see it all through her picture she took. Yeah, it's cool.
That was just a screenshot of the reflection of my window on my truck when I was in my live stream. Yeah. And yes, we found so many. That's what that short video is that I uploaded. It's the EVP. When I was in the cemetery the first night, Smokey, somebody whispered into my phone, because I streamed from my phone. He whispered in my phone and said, "Get out of here before he hurts you."
Yeah. Shit. Because she goes at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. She goes, she goes at the witching hour. Yes.
That most active hour. Yeah. If I'm going to get some action, I want to get some good action. So 3 o'clock hour is the time to go.
I'm telling you. That shit I told you about man, we were flipped out. Our car broke down. We threw the Ouija board out the car. Car crunk up. Down the road we went. Never messed with it again. I always wanted to return to it. So that's pretty crazy. But you stay inside your truck and do it. You don't go post it up on a tombstone or nothing.
Oh yeah, I do. My first night in the cemetery, I took my just a minute, honey, I'm on a panel. I took my phone. I have two phones. I have my old phone and then my phone that I stream from. And I use my old phone for the necrophonic app, which it's $10. You have to pay for it to get it, but it works. Like, it's for real. I sat it on my family's tombstone. So
Oh shit, that's pretty
yeah,
awesome. Maybe
yeah, that was.
I'll go to my grandpa's.
Yep, that was my very first time. Now, I didn't get any of my family coming through while I was at the cemetery, but I did a spirit box session while I was up at our lake cottage, which our cottage has been in my family since I was little. So there's been many people who have passed on since that were in that cottage. My aunt was there. My uncle recently passed away, and my uncle came through and gave my aunt a message. Like,
Wow.
all of that's on there.
See, that part's cool. I wouldn't want some evil thing saying "get out of here" before that he gets you, whatever. But those ones are cool, like getting a message or something like that. Those are cool. I would freak out somebody, growled at me or something.
Yeah,
I don't
what
know.
ended up being like, when Whoopi Goldberg gets possessed by Patrick Swayze?
Yes. Ghost.
She's like,
Yeah.
get out my body. Get out of my body. What if it was like that?
No.
No, thank you.
It's nothing like that. No.
But yeah,
and you can take it, like, it can attach to you and you can take it home and then just bad shit starts happening. Like where, like you said about the car, having the Ouija board in the car. If I wouldn't have noticed, like if I would have stopped doing my live stream before I left the cemetery, I wouldn't have known that thing was with me. I knew because my camera wasn't focusing while I was driving down the road. So I started telling him, in the name of Jesus Christ, get away from me, get out of my truck, go back to the cemetery. And while I'm yelling at him, I wasn't like yelling, but I said it with a firm voice,
Right.
My camera cleared up immediately.
Crazy.
I took the important parts of my 2 nights in the cemetery in a row. I went out there 2 nights in a row, and I took all of the important parts of those and put them into a 34-minute uploaded video. So you don't have to go watch 18, 16 hours of live stream, whatever it was. Because I was out there for quite a few hours both nights.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it.
The second night when I left, I was going to do a spirit box out there. It freaked me out so bad. I had such a bad gut feeling. I was like, I got to go. I got to get out of here. We saw a dark entity that was standing in my exit when I was trying to leave. I talked myself out of that, saying it was a tree. It was not the tree, but that's what I told myself so that I could drive through it. I think that's when he latched onto my truck. But then I start driving down the road. That's when my camera's blurry. Then I yell at him. My camera clears up. Then I'm getting ready to turn on my road, and I almost got rear-ended by a drunk driver. I mean, like, it freaked me out. It was like, did I really bring him home? Dang. That was scary. And then I ended up coming home, parking in my driveway, and we did a spirit box session. And I have never in my life had so many spirits say so many bad words. Like, they were cussing up a storm. And I ended up doing my spirit box session for about an hour and a half because they were just so active.
Wow. Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah. And thank you, Turquoise. I'm trying to watch chat too. I'm sorry.
I'm watching it. Everybody is not agreeing with you having a Ouija board, though, Smokey.
Yes.
Everybody's saying no.
Already.
Yes. Everybody's saying no. Not a good idea.
What if I go buy it just for that day and then don't keep it, just use it and then dip on it at the end? Like, leave it hanging.
Leave it there?
Yeah.
I mean, you could. Like, if you go stay in some of the, like the Lizzie Borden house, it's a hotel now. If you go stay there, they have Ouija boards all over that hotel so that if people want to use them, they can. So it just depends on your history of your Ouija board. I have a Ouija board that was my mom's when she was little. Like, my grandmother and grandfather bought it when the kids were little. I don't know how much they used it, if they used it, but I have it in my craft room. I've never used it, but I know the history of it. I know they bought it brand new from the store, and I know that there was never any evil attached to it. So if you go buy a brand new Ouija board, then you have a better chance of nothing being attached to it, and getting a good
There's no history to it. Right. Yeah.
Right.
I agree, Carla, and on a road. No way. I'm good without a Ouija board. No way. Nope.
You know where I want to take it? You know where I want to take it real bad, too? I want to take it to Carla's.
Carla? Yeah. Maybe the ghost will leave with you. She would be happy for that. Go ahead. Go home with Smokey.
I swear I do. Because we've seen them orbs. I want it to be like orbs galore when I do it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can have orbs without doing a Ouija board, Smokey.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I've seen orbs. The very first orb that I ever saw, like with my own 2 eyes, was my cousin's wedding, and his little brother was his best man. When his little brother was walking down the aisle to walk up to the altar, he had this bright, huge, the brightest circle I've ever seen. When I had a digital camera, I had just gotten it. It was a Kodak. I was hot stuff when I got it. But there were 3 different circles on top of each other, and that's why it was so bright. But and it was on his right shoulder. When I first took the picture, my stomach dropped to my toes. Yes. And every single picture I took of him, every single picture, even after the ceremony, after we were at the reception and he was in his street clothes and out of his tux, he had the orb above his right circle. Above his right shoulder. We went back to my other cousin's house that night, and I took a picture of him. He had the orb above his right shoulder.
Yeah, and Save Robbie and Maxie went to Columbine Memorial just a couple of nights ago, and they had a really good feeling there. They felt really at peace, but there was orbs everywhere. The whole time they were filming, there was orbs, like green orbs. So I looked up, what does green orbs mean? And it said that a bunch of human spirits or whatever, and it was grouped. It was really cool to see it. Yeah, but they felt at peace there. They didn't get freaked out or anything. They didn't get any weird feelings being there, like they did at the Watts. Yeah.
Mixie and Robbie, they are definitely, you have to be a little bit sensitive to be able to have paranormal experiences. Yeah. And I think that Mixie and Robbie are both very sensitive.
And they're a good match because Robbie cracks me up. Because he gets scared really easy and he gets the heebie-jeebie. He's just, he's just as sensitive, but he's like the funny part of when you're like sitting on the edge of your seat, where Maxie is more serious. It's funny. I think they're a great match together, teaming up. Yeah.
I agree.
So Smokey, are you doing this with what is about this game? This crime case.
The Murder in the Box.
The Murder in the Box. Yes, you're doing it with Tracy.
Yeah, she only had a few days to get it ready for last Wednesday. I think we talked about it on a Sunday, and they were wanting to do it on a Wednesday.
Okay.
So she Red Rum is supposed to make a bunch of videos on her. I'm not sure how we'll get them, but I think she'll probably upload them on either her channel or a proxy channel of some sort or something where we can refer to it. And I just gotta make sure that my team's good to go and we good. If not, I might just ask Truth if I can come over there and play with her or something. I don't know.
Right.
I gotta ask people over on my way if they're still good with it. But we had 8 people started when we came up with the idea.
That's cool. I'm excited for when you guys start that. You'll definitely have to let us all know, because I definitely want to watch that. Because when I even started my channel, when I first started it, I talked about maybe getting a subscription to that box and stuff, but I didn't end up doing it. So when I heard you and Tracy talking about it, I was like, cool, at least somebody's going to do it, because I think it will be really neat.
You want to be on the team?
I'll be on a team.
Yeah, you could play.
What is it, though? What is
a
it?
murder
Fill
in
us
a
in
Trying to
for
do it
most
like
box.
of us.
Wednesday. See, it'd be like Wednesday. I just need to ask Red Rum. I need to do some type of live or something and ask her.
Right.
But she's about it.
So,
She's about that life.
Mandy, what it is basically you can get it on Amazon. It's basically, you know how like FabFitFun or the makeup boxes you get? Well, this is
Yeah.
called Crime in a Box. So, what you get is you get to go on this website and you get to pick a case. And they send you everything about this case. They send you pictures of the crime scene. They send you documents. They send you newspaper clippings. It's basically like a new version of Clue. Remember when we were kids and we played Clue and you had to guess, this person did it with a lead pipe in the kitchen? It's kind of like that, but it's more high tech. So basically, you get to sit together and solve the crime. But it doesn't just give you the answer. You have to literally go through all the paperwork they give you and stuff, all the crime scene stuff, the coronary report, everything. And you have to solve it. And it says some people can solve it within 2 hours. Sometimes it takes up to 6 hours, depending on how many people are working on the case at once. But yeah, you can get it where a new case comes in once a month, and it's a whole new case, and everybody tries to solve it. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I would totally be joining on that.
See, Red Rum's in the chat. Red Rum says she's about that life. So see, I just got to, there's a lot of players at hand. So I emailed on Pixie. We need to email Truth to see what's up. And we get it popping for Wednesday. Sounds like a winner.
Oh, okay. Red Rum is here and she's saying Wednesday is good. Cool. Awesome. British Chippy, that's just crazy to me. I don't get it. I give up trying to figure that out. So, yeah. Crime in a Box. Never heard of it. Yeah, Mr. J. It's really cool. And like you said,
either, Mr. J.
Yeah. You can put it, it's called, like, there's Murder in a Box, and then it's called Crime in a Box. Like, you can order it from different websites, but they're all the same. It's just the subscription's different price. But it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I had to look. I'm not sure who all. But
yes, please, Eagle. Thank you.
So we'll have a good time. It'll be pretty fun. Now, that's why I was wondering though about that Ouija board. I think I'm gonna do that too.
You're crazy.
You lost your mind.
Hey, Jen, I got a story to tell you. Listen, there's a wise tale in my family that my aunt and my cousin saw the devil one time. Yeah. So I believe in that supernatural stuff.
Oh, I definitely believe. I believe in ghosts. I definitely believe that there's life after, and I think some don't pass all the way over. I totally believe in that. Mm-hmm. True Helper said Smokey took out the mailman with a lead pipe while a demonic spirit touched his bum.
I love it. Now, Smokey, I'm telling you, if you watch that 34-minute video, just watch the first 5 minutes of it, and you'll believe in ghosts. I was in the cemetery by myself.
That's why I kind of like. All right, I don't want to come off honorary or nothing like this. They do scare me, but they at the same time though, they kind of like. I'm curious enough to be like. Woo, 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 woo,
where you want to know more, that you want to watch more, that you want to take that risk, right?
But I'm willing to go handle it, Yeah. I'm excited.
I'll tell you, Jenna. Do you care if I tell my favorite paranormal channel that I watch on YouTube?
No, absolutely not. Go right ahead.
Okay, they're the Foreman brothers. They have had a YouTube channel for over 10 years. They're 3 brothers that something happened to them as a child. They grew up in a house that had evil in it. And so because of that, now they try to help get evil out of houses. So they will have all kinds of equipment. They set it all up. They do a whole investigation overnight. Sometimes they do a couple days. And then at the end, they bless the house and try to get whatever's there out. Amazon Prime just picked them up recently. I think that they have 3 seasons on Amazon now.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
And they're based in Ohio. So, I don't know, like they've been, again, I don't want to dox myself, but they've been in my city before, and I think that that's just super cool that they're so
I
close,
love your glasses there, Smokey. Now, what was it? The 3 horsemen or the 4? What was it again?
It's Foreman, FOURMAN 04.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like 04. Okay. Yeah, if you pull that up, their channel, they have 2 channels. They have the one that they started out with, and then they have another one that they just started when they got their TV series. And their TV series, it's the Foreman Brothers Paranormal Nightmare.
Yeah.
And they're the real deal. Like they don't, they'll debunk stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Yes.
I'm trying to get YouTube pulled up on my other phone so that I can get it. Well, I can't drop a link in chat anyway. I'm not a moderator. Never mind. But that, yeah.
Hold on, I'll put you as a mod so you can drop the link, because everybody's asking. Hold on, I just gotta go over to my YouTube to be able to do it, because I'm in StreamYards.
Okay.
Hold on, can you type in chat real quick, Mandy, though, so I can mod you up?
Yep, I'm pulling YouTube up right now.
I would push the red button, indeed.
Yeah, they're really... They're amazing. I'm gonna
punch it up on my grandpa's tombstone and start calling for him. And until somebody comes through, then I'm gonna question them. That's the plan.
And if you get the Spirit Box, the Necrophonic app, there I am. If you get the Necrophonic app, as soon as you turn it on, stuff starts coming through. But I will suggest, Smokey, record it. Whether it's a live stream, whether it's a voice recorder, whether it's just a video, record it, because you hear things differently when you go back and listen to it when you're in there, like compared to when you're listening to it live.
Ooh,
and I slow it down. I slow it down when I listen to it back. I'll slow it down to 0.75 or I'll slow it down to 0.5, and you can make things out better. But it's a good app. It really is. Okay, let me find them here.
I'm super stoked now. You got me all pumped up. Like I want to go
woo. I love it. I'll be pumped with you. Hi, JoJo.
Hey, JoJo.
My son said, hi, JoJo. Okay, so here's their TV channel.
My JoJo.
It's the JoJo.
Baby. See, my phone, I can screenshot it like that, and then like my phone's pretty. I can like highlight what you just said, extract text. It ain't because I'm using StreamYard's chat. It sucks.
Well, that's fancy, Smokey. My phone doesn't
I just subbed to him. That's cool.
And then this is their older channel where they started, so you can actually go back and watch their footage from 10 years ago, and you can see all the places that they've been, what they've done, how they've done it.
Yes, definitely, Eagle.
Screenshot again.
They've helped find missing people.
Screenshot again.
Like they helped with, there was a child that was murdered. That was, oh my goodness. That was the worst story that I've seen him do. There was a child that was kidnapped and murdered, and they helped the man who found her body. They helped him. Like he was so torn up because she was buried by the river under a cement block. Like the murderer poured cement concrete over the top of where he buried her, and he and his dad went fishing. And they were sitting there, and he had his foot on the stone that was on top of her. And I mean, can you imagine like his heart knowing that, but he ended up finding her. Like they smelled her, like they moved the concrete.
Mom says they help solve crimes too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, is the Long Island medium, is she true?
The
You know
Long
what I'm talking
Island
about?
media, I like her. What was
She's
her
pretty
name?
funny.
She is fun with the
She
blonde
reminds me
hair,
of
big blonde
Sopranos.
hair. What is her
And the
name?
big
She was
nails.
in the fake long nails. Yeah, she's on
Yeah.
TLC. What is her name?
Is she legit? I hope so. If somebody tell me she's not, I'm gonna get
I
mad.
don't
I think of
know.
her like she's like the Tony Soprano of mediums.
Right?
Well, what
I
was
don't
that
know if
one
she's
guy's
fake.
name? There was another guy that was around for a long time, like 18 years ago, because I used to watch with my daughter's father. His first name was John, and he came out before she did. She came out shortly after he did. Um, he was so good, and then I heard that he was fake, and I don't know if
Caputo.
it's
Thank
true.
you, British Chippy. You're right. Caputo. What's her for? Teresa. Yes. Good job, British Chippy. Go ahead. Sorry, Mandy.
No, that's
As
okay.
long
I
as
mean, you can only just hope that, that they're being honest and that they're telling the truth. There's no real way because of technology, there's no real way to know if they're being real or not.
No, you don't. You have no idea.
Unfortunately. That's why the Foreman brothers are honestly the only other paranormal channel that I watch that I would put out there and suggest other people to watch. There's other ones, of course, that are on YouTube that have 100,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers. They're big channels, but I think that they're fake as heck. I just don't buy any of their
that's
stuff.
why I want to know if Long Island medium's fake or not.
I don't know
Right.
if she is.
She'll walk up to you and say, "Your aunt died first removed 6 years ago underneath the ship out in the Pacific Ocean back in '94."
I think
Yep.
some of the show is scripted, but I don't because every show is scripted. We all know that. It's never
Hmm.
totally by they do
Yeah,
it.
but
They make
I
it for
just
views and stuff. But I truly believe she has a gift, but I think some of the show is scripted, not necessarily
I
her
know.
walking up to somebody though.
I
I
want
don't
her to
know.
have that. I want that to be true. I'm telling you. Somebody tells me it ain't, it's gonna be like when you tell your kids Santa Claus ain't real.
I mean,
I'm
the only
telling
way
you.
that you would be able to know for sure is if you met her yourself and she did a reading on you.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
but
the
wouldn't it be
only
like,
way.
you know what? Hold on, let me just tell you though. Wouldn't it be like, check this out? Like some of those David Blaine's and Chris Angels. All right, so they'll tell you to think of a card in your head, and like something like 70% of people will choose like a six of diamonds, and they'll act like they find your card, and they only show the other one out of the 10 times that it worked. You know what I'm saying? Is that not the same thing she's probably doing? You
I
understand what
mean,
I tried to say in that whole deal?
yeah, we're like an educated guess thing.
Well, like, who's to tell if she didn't walk up to 10 people prior to that and say, your name's Jesse, and you got a cousin named Billy Bob, and they ride a donkey to work. You know what I'm saying? And that be right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. But the
And then,
chances of having so many right, that's what makes me think that maybe it is real. Like it really has to be proven. You can't look at 10 different people and give 10 different readings and 9 of the 10 be wrong and me
yeah,
believe you.
yeah. Y'all remember it'd be like Miss Cleo with a bumbleclot reading. Call
All
me
right,
now
you
for the
guys,
bumbleclot reading.
let me read Eagle's thing because she's got it in sections.
I
Me and
love
my
it.
hubby, along with my older child and a friend of hers, went to hubby's hometown on Halloween night. The day started off good, but when we got to the graveyard, it went south. Where is she? It
Start.
started to rain and the rain was gone. Chilling. The rain.
The rain was
Wait.
gone, chilling. It was cold.
Yes, thank you. Where did it go?
We left the
Oh,
graveyard.
you're seeing it. Yes, we left the graveyard and everything in my truck shut down, headlights and dash lights. It was dark. I spoke out loud and told whatever was attached to us needed to leave us alone. They do not have permission to hold on to us. Where is
Damn.
scariest fucking night of my life, especially on the back road. Did I miss something?
After
Nope.
that, the dash lights turned on and the headlights came back on.
Holy crap.
That was good,
And
Eagle. I
see,
like how you told that in different segments. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that's
then
awesome.
Austin James says, when I was 12 years old, we were, my sister and two cousins, in a small cabin by a lake. 3 a.m., we heard a loud voice yell, "Get the hell out, go get out." And then he wrote, about 30 minutes later, a lightning bolt hit the cabin and burned it down.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
Wow.
Damn.
I will give a heads up, a shameless little plug for myself and for Save Robbie. We have talked about doing a panel on, I don't know whose channel, maybe his because he's bigger, but talking about our paranormal experiences that we've had in our life, you know. I had talked about doing it a while back and having people come up on my panel and tell their most frightening or their favorite ghost story, you know, something that they have experienced themselves, not I heard, you know. And
I
then
got some
he had
good
said something about it when he was on my panel.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think you should, because I have one, but mine's not that scary. It was just odd. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that have some scary stories.
Hell yeah, I
Scary
got some
stories.
good ones. I'm telling you. Shit, my family's crazy. I got some good ones. But man,
Uh-oh.
now that I'm old though, I don't know if I hadn't gone back to the family and asked them, hey, is these true? I kind of have, you know, but not outright like that. So I'd hate to be like, this is true, and they were just telling me Santa Claus was real, you know?
Well,
What about John Edwards? Was somebody asking if he was real?
no, that's I
Oh,
couldn't think of John's last name. He's the one that
yes.
came out before Teresa.
Yes, he is the one that came out before Teresa was John Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked
And he
him
was so
too.
good.
He was so good, but I don't know. You know, it's just hard when you see him on TV because you don't really know if it's scripted or not, if it's real or not. I have such a hard time, you know? And I think the only way we would know, same thing, like you said to Smokey, is to actually email them and ask them for a reading and hope you get picked, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
Now, I did have a reading one time. I'll have to find it again on Facebook. I have it in my Facebook group, but it was a while back. It was actually when I first came back to YouTube at the end of August, first part of September, this past year. There was this lady that was doing tarot card readings on Facebook, and I was like, what the hell? Let's check her out. I've never had a tarot card reading before. I just want to see what it's about. She was doing these readings, you know. My best friend ended up going into the same Facebook live stream too. And so, you know, she and I were kind of chit chatting about it. And I said, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I gave her $5 on her PayPal and she pulled 6 cards for me and she nailed me. I
Wow.
mean, to a T. I wrote down everything that she said as she was going through reading my cards and what they meant and what she like thought of for the future for me, because I was asking, like, is it a good thing that I'm back to YouTube? Because I took a year and a half off. I struggled with personal life for a year and a half. And so I took a break, a long, long break. So coming back, I'm like, is this right for me? Do I want to pursue my YouTube channel? Is this, you know, am I doing something good or not? And
Right.
oh my gosh, she nailed it. And I had never talked to her before that night. I had never even seen her before that night. She was really good.
That's awesome. So Tracy's up here. The truth. She's up to tell a story. Go
Hi,
ahead.
Tracy.
Hey guys, who's up here? Smokey,
What
you?
up, Tree?
Smokey, me, you, and Mandy. Mandy.
Mandy next.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
hey guys.
Hi.
Yeah, you all were talking about like paranormal and stuff, and that brought something up that I remember. My mom, I was already grown, so I already had. We, as in my mom's kids, already had kids, so they would be my mom's grandkids. But she bought an older home, and my niece, who wasn't, like this little storyteller or anything, she never lied or anything like that. She would get scared and she would go and get in bed with my mom. And she kept telling my mom that she sees this little girl. and the little girl is crying. And, you know, we all just kind of blew it off because she was a kid and didn't think nothing about it. But she was very insistent that she kept seeing this little girl. And then one day the kids were out playing in the garage, in the big old garage that was behind the house. And one of the boys came running in and they were like, I saw her, she's there, talking about the little girl weeping, crying. So mom gets this idea, she wants to put a pool in. So in order to put a pool in, we have to tear the garage down. And it was a lot of work. I mean, it sat on a foot of concrete. So that all had to be busted up and shit. But while we were tearing down the garage, we found a shoebox. And in it was letters from a soldier of World War I.
Damn.
And in the box, of course, we read the letters. It was his wife writing to him, telling him that their daughter had died.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So we did go on a mission to try to find the family, you know, the extended family of who the letters would belong to, but we never were able to, you know, because they didn't have like, you know, we even went to like the historical society and they couldn't locate any family members or anything. But yeah, I mean, no, but you know,
Wow.
but in those letters, you know, at first, you know, the
Now,
letters
did you find out how she died, or did it just...
Yeah, she died of polio.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That story rocks.
I know. There's been some crazy shit, but I believe I'm a firm believer of the afterlife.
Yes.
You know, the supernatural. I believe in good and bad.
Yep.
You know, but
yeah, I believe they can mess with you too, like on Ghost.
Definitely.
That can.
And some of that shit scares me.
Just like Mandy said,
Absolutely.
you know, some can act like little kids or act like good, and they're really not. You know, that is crazy.
Oh, the mercy. Y'all making
Or
me too
ones
scared to go
that
to the
can
cemetery.
actually touch you. I mean, there's some spirits that you've heard stories where people are being scratched or punched and they have bruises and they didn't even know they were being, like, that's crazy to me.
Well, I believe the Amityville. I believe those people weren't that crazy. You know, they were just a normal freaking family. So
when I become
believe
a ghost, I'm gonna touch everybody. I'm telling you, I'm gonna mess with everybody.
Smokey.
You'll be touching everybody's tiny.
You leave me alone. You leave me alone, damn it. I got enough mental problems. But listen, sometimes when I'm laying in bed at night, I feel my bed like somebody sits on it. Like it's just me and Lolly. It's not like she's up roaming around the bed. I literally feel like somebody sits beside me and the bed goes down. I don't ever.
Now, have you had dreams where you've seen somebody who has passed?
I haven't, but my mom always does. Like when her mother passed, she had a dream about her. When her sister passed of ALS, she had a dream about her. Her boyfriend passed away of a heart attack, and that was a really tough one because they were fighting, and my mom ended up going away. And when she went away, he ended up having a heart attack that night, so she never was able to say she was sorry and stuff like that. But she had a dream of him, and she can remember walking up. He had oxygen on his nose, and she remembers sitting on his lap and him telling her that he forgave her and that everything was going to be okay. She hugged him, and she woke up, and she's never dreamt of him since. It's crazy. I've never dreamt of somebody passing after they passed, but my mom always does.
I love my mom. She's been gone 24 years now, something like that. And me and her were like best friends. We like never fought. I mean, we had our arguments, but we didn't fight, you know. We were best friends. But you know, every time I dream of her, she's mad at me. Every single
Really?
time
Wow.
I dream of her, she's pissed off at me. And we didn't live like that. You know, that wasn't our relationship. So,
Maybe that's the only way that she can come through to you right now is if her anger is strong enough. Does that make sense?
yeah, but I want her to cheer up. I don't, it, you know, I want
Right.
her, you know, but I
No,
wanted to
I see
tell
what
you
you're
all
saying.
another story. My son, Chance.
Wait, wait, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but my point of that was when you dream of somebody who has passed, that's actually them coming to you in your sleep, in your unconscious mind. So if you dream of somebody who's passed, listen to what they're saying because that's really them.
Yeah, that
But
my mom
it,
says the same thing. She says she believes everything they said. You know, she knew that her sister was okay and that she was with her mom, which is my grandmother and stuff. But
Hmm.
like she had closure with all these people, but it wasn't like she. And then when my mom got cancer, she would dream about them all the time, like them telling her she's gonna be okay, and it was crazy.
Right.
But I never. No.
My
but
grandmother
see,
passed last year
my
in
my
April.
mom
I
doesn't
had my first
speak.
one.
My mom in these dreams, my mom doesn't speak to me.
How do you know
You
she's
can,
mad at you?
you can feel it. It's like it's a very intense feeling. Like I almost wake up crying. Like, what did I do? What, you know? Why are you upset with me? You
Have
know.
you talked? Do you talk to her?
When I talk to her, yeah, all the time because I miss her all the time. But it's
I
usually
mean, in
like,
the dream.
nope. Well, no, nope. There's no words. It's all, and it's a feeling like I can't explain. It's like there's communication without words.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something that's going to sound really crazy, and I'm going to make myself look really loopy for a second, okay? I studied a lot of dream stuff when I was pregnant with my daughter. I had the most wildest dreams ever, and I bought dream dictionaries and I was studying it all. If you can make yourself look at your hands during a dream, whether it's good or bad, if you're being chased, whatever, look at your hands and you can take control of that dream. Try to look at your hands and then try to, like almost tell yourself to speak. And I know that that sounds crazy because you're in a dream and you know normally don't control what happens in your dream. But before you go to sleep at night, just remember that, and then maybe when you
Okay.
talk to her or when she's there, maybe you can talk to her and find out why she is giving off that angry vibe.
I know because it really bothers me. You know, I mean,
Right.
you know, I want her. I just want her to be at. Well, I know she's at peace, or I'm sure
Yeah.
she's at peace. But for whatever reason, it just feels like when I dream of her, it can be a happy setting. You know, it can be me and my brothers and sisters and her sitting around a table playing a board game or something that she enjoyed. But it just feels like she's angry with me, which makes me wonder if there's something I'm doing in my present life that she's not pleased with, you know. I don't know. It's
Right.
weird. It's weird. But one more story and then I got to get down because it's like 43 minutes past my bedtime. Um, yeah, no shit. Now I'll probably dream of my mom, but I hope if I do, she's got a smile on her face. But um, my son, when he was like, you know, I made the mistake of allowing my son to sleep with me from newborn until, and I don't recommend anybody do that. But by the time he was 7 or 8, it was time to break him of that. Okay. I mean, he was getting too old to be sleeping with his mom. He was in grade school.
Right.
And, you know, it was a battle. It really was a battle to get him to sleep in his room. You know, and I had his room all decorated like a boy, baseball posters and, you know, but one night he said, I said, you know, it's time for bed. Go on and get in your room. And, you know, he threw a little fit, but he went in there and, but usually he would get up through the middle of the night and come and crawl in bed with me. And I just let him do it. I didn't pursue it. I didn't say, no, you're going back in your bed. You know, I didn't do it. I just let him do it. Well, this night he didn't get in bed with me. And it was actually storming outside. And I thought, okay, he'll be in here any minute. And we got up the next morning. We were getting ready for school. I was getting him ready for school. I was getting ready for work. And I told him how proud I was of him. I said, I am so proud of you. You slept in your room. He said, yeah, I'm not scared anymore. And I said, well, that's good. I said, what makes you not scared? You should have never been scared. That's your room. And he said, well, when I got up to come to get in bed with you because it was storming, Jesus told me to go back to bed. It was okay.
Oh, Lord.
And I said, Jesus. And he said, yeah, a man in a white robe with long hair. And he said he looked like Uncle Mark, which is my oldest brother who's passed away. But he said, but my brother had long hair. That's, And he said, yeah, he was standing right there, Mom. And he pointed to a place in the living room. And he said, he told me to go back to bed. Everything would be fine. And that kid never asked to sleep with me again.
Wow.
Never asked to sleep with me again. And he was so nonchalant about it that I knew he was telling the truth. This wasn't a little kid's tale. He was just like, yeah, Jesus told me to go back to bed. And, I didn't raise him to be real religious. Yes, we believe in God and a higher power. And, but we didn't go to church every Sunday. And it wasn't pounded in his brain.
Right.
But, yeah, he was just so nonchalant about it. He was like, yeah, Jesus, I came out. I was going in your room. And Jesus was standing right there. And he pointed to a spot and said, he told me to go back to bed. And the kid never asked me to sleep with him, sleep with me again, ever.
That's crazy. Proof. That's crazy.
I believe. I'm a believer.
Mandy, it's funny.
I'm still coming for you when I become a ghost, though.
Keep your hands off of me, Smoke. Keep your hands, because I will kick your ghost ass.
I'm going to be poking you in the side.
When it feels like somebody's jumping on your bed, you'll know it's Smokey.
Yeah, doing his dance, doing his Smokey dance.
That's exactly what I'm going to be doing. You're going to hear like tambourines and maracas and like bass drums. Then all of a sudden, it's going to be me dancing at the foot of your bed.
Yeah.
Same old two-step.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So. Guys, y'all have a great panel. I'm getting ready to go to bed.
All right, sleep well,
night.
Tracy. Have a good night. Thank you.
And, I'll talk to you later, Jen. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all around the tubes.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
sweet dreams.
Bye. Mandy, I was reading your chat and how you were talking about the pregnancies and that you had miscarried, which I'm sorry to hear, and your grandpa was holding your baby. Well, it's funny because my mom, when she had the dream about her sister that passed away with ALS, she said that her sister was holding a baby. Now, mind you, my aunt had 7 children, 7. And my mom could not figure out why in this dream she was holding a baby. And then my mom remembered that in between the 4th and the 5th child, my aunt was pregnant, and she ended up miscarrying way late into her pregnancy. She was like 7-8 months pregnant, and this baby had like Down syndrome. It ended up passing away, and that's what my mom's like, I forgot all about that she had a baby that passed, and she was showing me that she got to be with the baby now because she's okay, and she got to be with the 8th baby that she never got to meet. Isn't that? It's crazy.
It is. And see, I didn't know. That was my first pregnancy, so I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually found out, and this is so fucked up. I found out that I was pregnant on September 11th when the planes hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a memory I'll never forget.
Right?
Yes, of course, Mojo.
I was headed to the doctor that day, and I didn't have my license. I had gotten into a wreck, and I didn't have my insurance. It had lapsed, so I didn't have a license. So my friend was coming to pick me up and take me. And she called me and woke me up, and she said, "Are you watching TV?" And I said, "No, I'm still sleeping." She said, "Turn the TV on." Why? What channel? It doesn't matter. Just turn it on. Okay, right. So I turned it on, and we sat there for almost 2 hours until it was time for her to come and pick me up. watching the TV, and we saw the second and all of that. And then we go to the doctor, and I find out that I am pregnant, and that was on a Tuesday. Like, I still remember it down to the day. Friday or Thursday night is when I had my dream. And I saw it, and it wasn't even, this is the strange part. It wasn't even my grandpa in my dream. It was a picture on the front page of a newspaper of my grandpa holding my baby.
Wow. In a newspaper too, right? That's weird.
Like, it was a newspaper article on the front page, and it was my grandpa holding my baby. And I sat down in the chair beside the table that the paper was on, and I just glanced over and took a double take, and I woke up in tears. The next day I started spotting, and that Friday night I miscarried. It was crazy. It was so crazy.
That is crazy.
You know, I've had 3 pregnancies. I have 2 healthy children. Thank you. You know, God, that is amazing, because I was told I couldn't have kids. So when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, I had another dream. When I found out about my son, or before I found out about my son, I had another dream. You know, like, that's how I knew I needed to get a pregnancy test. I found out that I was pregnant 6 days after the end of my last period, that I was pregnant with my son, on a Dollar Tree pregnancy test. And I was told by a dream. Like, that's why I went to the Dollar Tree and bought a test.
Damn.
Wow, that's crazy. Sorry, my
Hi,
computer
everyone.
froze. Hey, Mojo, how are you, darling?
Hi, Jojo.
Sorry, Mandy, I was listening to that. Wow. It's really nice to talk to you in person, actually. Jenna, Mandy, Smokey. Smokey there?
Yes.
There's Smokey in it. Is Smokey there? Or is that someone else?
It's
My voice just
Smokey.
cracked. How are you all?
Smokey's here.
Yeah, who's that one in the white dot?
That's Smokey. His picture went away for some reason.
Oh, hi, Smokey.
Where my
StreamYard
picture?
has
I
been
can hear an
messing up.
echo.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm gonna
What's
give me
up?
1 second. I'll be back in 1 second, guys.
I'm trying to.
Can't understand why Smokey. I mean, that's not the be all and end all in life, but you're a very good looking young man, and
Well, thank you, ma'am.
you're lovely. You should have a good woman cooking you your dinner right now.
You're sweet, man. You've always shown me love, and I appreciate it.
Well, that's because I
Smokey's
fancy
pretty-
you. No, I'm only joking. You're young enough to be me bloody son, mate. You're all right. How are you, Jenna? Sorry.
Oh, she stepped
He's so
away. She
sweet.
said she'll be right back.
Oh, right.
Smokey's pretty
Mandy, how
decent
are
at
you?
basketball.
How are you,
Huh?
Mandy?
I'm good. I said Smokey's pretty good at that basketball, too.
Cool.
I saw that
Basketball?
video. Yeah, the
Sorry, I'm
basketball in the
just a
pool.
cigarette.
Yeah. Yeah, I said I was showing them kids how to dunk.
I think that one had you.
My kids love.
How's
They're going to the pool with
how's
us,
everything
like,
going in the States with the storms and
Okay,
You know.
I'm back.
Mine
Welcome
started Friday, and now he's got to go Monday and Tuesday. And it was his first day of high school. He wanted a fade.
oh yeah, me.
The day before
I
high
don't know
school,
what
he
that
wanted
noise
a
is.
haircut.
Is it me?
He went to
It's
high
me.
school, didn't want the haircut no more.
Uh-oh.
So you know
I'm
what that
getting a
tells
new-
me? People told him it
I'm
looked
getting a
good.
new tablet on Monday, so I'll be able to go live soon. So you can come in and do music trivia and sing.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Nice.
cool. There you go, Mojo.
Yeah, but
Yo,
I've only got
Mojo got a
yeah, but
Mojo back.
I hope I could do it on a tablet because you know I'm not
Good
in it
night,
for that.
Eagle.
I just want to sing.
Good night, Eagle.
Eagle. Sleep
Good
well.
night, Eagle.
Oh, night, Eagle.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hop off here
Yeah.
too. I gotta go get my son ready for bed. They started school a couple weeks ago, and I'm telling you what, my anxiety has never been so high in my entire life.
I bet.
And they've already had a case in our community schools, not in my son's school, but in our community. And they have to call and tell every parent of every student in every school when they get a case.
Now, did
So-
you have a choice? Did you guys have a choice to stay home or go to school, or are you the type that had no choice? Are you guys?
We did have a choice,
Okay.
but my son is autistic,
Right.
and he has to be in a classroom setting.
Yes.
The last 2 months
Yeah.
of school, me trying to do it at home, were excruciating for he and I both.
I totally can relate because my son's autistic as well, Mandy. But my son's 20. But I know
Mhm.
how important it is for them to have
really? Yeah.
routine and structure and all
Right.
that. Oh, we lost Smokey.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Smokey
No,
ran
come
away.
back, Smokey. All is
He's
forgiven.
dancing. He's dancing on the bed.
No, I had I didn't come up for that. I just wanted to say hi. I'm not going to stay on long anyway. But my brother had a lot of paranormal experiences at boarding school, in the 70s. But it was due to night terrors. He had he was a sleepwalker as well. He went out on the roof of a house once.
Oh,
Oh,
sleepwalking.
no.
Yeah, I had.
Sleepwalking, night
Mhm.
terrors. Yeah.
Yep.
He nearly strangled my mum because he was having a night terror, and she
Mm,
came in to put the laundry away. And this is in the 70s. I was only about 7, but
right.
I heard her screaming and him screaming, but he was
Yeah.
assessed by a doctor. But
I had
yeah,
a
he
friend
grew
that
out of it.
Wow.
sleptwalk. I had a friend that sleptwalk, and she would get up in the middle of the night and get dressed,
Yeah,
completely dressed, shoes on the right feet,
I know.
completely dressed, backpack on, walk out the door. It'd be 2 o'clock in the morning, and we would
Wow.
say,
Like
"Where
Back
are
to the
you
Future.
going? Where are you going?" And she would
How
turn around and
scary.
answer you and say, "I'm going to school." And we say, "No, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You need to go lay back down."
No,
She would go back into her room,
no, wow.
lay back down, wake up in the morning, and she would not remember a thing. Not
Do you know
That
but
is
what?
she
It's
would
the
so
same with my
talk
scary.
to
brother.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Talk to
Okay,
you.
now I have a
It's almost
question.
like a phenomenon, isn't it? It's like how it's so. And then he went on to be in a tribute band. He was John Lennon and blah blah blah. He's a musician. So it's like, oh, I reckon it's got to do with your intellectuality. I think.
Yeah. What's your
My
question,
opinion.
Mandy?
Well, I want to know, JoJo growing up with a sibling that has night terrors,
Yeah.
do you think, because I have lost 2 people in my life to suicide that
Oh, I'm
were,
so sorry. So sorry.
they were saying that they were fighting the voices in their head.
Right.
Do you think that it's that night terrors, like I've always been curious about that, and I've never known anybody that
Right.
had night terrors. Is it kind of like, is that a possible type of possession maybe?
You're right. Like, did he remember when
Right.
my friend sleptwalk, she had no memory that she sleptwalked. But isn't night terrors something different? Did he know he had night
Right.
terrors?
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for my brother, obviously. I mean, he's not here, but he would speak here if he was here. He's about 10 miles up the road. But he went to boarding school, and it was a time when Sid Vicious died, and he saw Sid Vicious walking up, and he was in a Catholic boarding school. I don't want to say too much on here because people will like lurkers and that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But he saw the ghost of Sid Vicious, and it done his head in, and he had to like run into the priest's room to get blessed. You know, it done his
Did
head
it
in.
work?
Right. Yeah, did it work?
Well, yeah, he carried on doing rock and roll. So
Does he still does he still have night terrors, or was it
yeah, I
only when
mean,
he was a kid?
I don't see my brothers a lot, but yeah, he's sensitive like me. I think it's the sensitive triggers in your head. I'm not going to
See,
say too much. I've got very sensitive triggers, and
mhm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm not
get
going to
it.
say. I'd like to speak to you privately about it, but
Yeah, that
I
would be.
totally get it. I'm just curious, like I've always thought that because we recently, actually that's why I went to that cemetery that I went to last time, was because the friend that we recently lost, that's where he was buried. And
wow,
when I read that he was because his fiance had posted and said that now he's not fighting the evil voices in his head any longer or battling with his demons anymore. I was like, was he really being told? Like the
Right.
first friend that I lost, he was a father, he was a husband, he was a major player in his church his whole entire life, and his voices were telling him to hurt people. And that's why
Right.
he took himself away.
Did he?
Like
Did he
And
get
many people.
diagnosed, Mandy? Did he get diagnosed with schizophrenia or anything like?
No.
Yeah,
No.
and a lot of
Oh,
people don't talk. From what I've read about night terrors and stuff, a lot of people don't talk about it because they're embarrassed of night
Right.
terrors. So maybe it's something that he never talked about. It be yeah.
Yeah,
that's
see, I don't
sad.
think that
That's
they did.
sad.
I think their spouses knew, but I think that that's it, But that's why I was wondering if it is some type of possession. And being in a Catholic school, I don't know a lot about Catholic schools there,
Yeah,
but
I've been brought up Roman Catholic. I don't go to church anymore. I do when I'm feeling really low. I go in and pray, but I was brought up Roman Catholic. So
I
yeah,
could see something demonic being around in some kind of boarding school area. Maybe somebody who an accident happened a long time ago, because
yeah, it
most of them
really
have been
affected
around
me
for a while.
actually. Hearing about my big brother, and he was like, he had to run to the priest in the middle of the night, and my dad told me that because my dad's Irish anyway, and he's a staunch Roman Catholic,
I don't
and
know if you can see
Yeah.
chat, Mojo, but the gutter is in here, and she says Mojo is one of my favorite people on earth.
oh, the gutter, you're one of my favourite. I've missed you. I haven't seen you for ages.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, I was just curious. I wasn't
thank
trying
you.
to pry too much, but
You're
I
one of
was
my
just
favourite
curious
people
about
too.
that.
Yeah, maybe you guys can talk private because it is tough. I totally understand Mojo
Yeah, I
wanting
won't stay on long.
to keep some things, where we can't talk about it
Right.
on panels. So yeah, definitely you guys could talk maybe privately or something because
Yeah,
I
I just
totally get it.
I went through a bit of a breakdown last year, and I'll talk to you privately, Jenna, Mandy, and the gutter because I trust the gutter as
Definitely.
well, Louis. Yeah, I had a bit of a breakdown, and I had music though going on in my head, so that's good.
Yes, that is good. You're doing good. Yeah, you changed your name
Yeah.
again, I see, Mojo.
I had to because this. I'm not going to say it because it would just cause trouble. But there's some guy, and he's called Mojo, and he was offering me out, as in, come
Oh,
fight
Oh
me.
no.
I said, what?
yeah.
Hang on a minute. What are you on about? So,
Mm-mm-mm.
but yeah, I'll put Cornwall in because that's a place close to my heart anyway. And yeah, that's just me.
Well, we
Well,
know
you
the JoJo's are you.
yes, we do. We do.
Yeah. Okay,
Well,
thanks, ladies, for listening to me. And
Uh,
I've got a lot
definitely.
more stories to tell, so I could gab on for hours. But thank you so much, Jenna. It's
You're
lovely to
welcome.
speak to you,
And
Mandy.
Mojo, in my about section is my email if you ever want to message me,
Wicked.
and we can definitely do a panel like this again where you can come on and tell more of
Oh,
your
yes.
stories. Definitely.
Yeah, I've
You're
got a lot.
always welcome here, Mojo.
I've got a
Always.
lot.
right.
Jenna, I'm getting a tablet next week, so
I'm
I'll be able
so
to have emails
excited.
back. So I will well, look, I'll just say it now. So do you want me to tell you my email now, or shall I just type
Yeah.
it to you?
Type it in the chat. Oh no, here. Tell me that way it's not in the chat. Hold on.
Well,
Let me
type it in
go.
the private chat.
Oh yeah, type it in. Can you
Oh
see the
yeah.
private chat? Type it
Yeah,
in
I'll
there.
do that now. I'll do
Yeah.
that now. Hang on.
Yeah, that's a
And then
good
that way it's
idea,
more
Yeah,
private.
Mandy.
Thank you. Sometimes I have those. But I am gonna go ahead and hop off of here. But
But
when I do my paranormal ghost story stream, like I would love for you guys to come over and share your stories because I want to do like a panel rotation, and have like one or two
shit.
people up on the panel at once. And I know what I
You got it?
originally had wanted to do,
I
and
do.
then Robbie had
Nice
mentioned
one.
something about doing something similar,
That's
and
me.
so that's when he and I had said something about doing something together. So I'm still going to reach out to him and see if he wants to do one on his channel also. But I would be more than happy for you guys to come up, anybody to come up and share.
Absolutely. I love coming to your channel. You know that. So I definitely will be there.
Mandy, you're brilliant. I mean, I don't always come in because I'm sleeping.
I understand. I thought about doing, see, Jojo, sometimes I try to do like late night streams. So it just depends on when I
know,
sleep.
you're a night queen. I was calling my night queen.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to do more. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to say too much, but I'm going to try to do more this week because school's in. My husband is actually out of town on storm work right now, helping people get their power back on because of the hurricane. And we don't know when he's going to be back. So I'll probably have some pretty late nights where I stay up so I can get my son up for school and stuff. So
great.
I'll probably do late night
I'm going to get off. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mojo. Yes, good to talk
Jenna,
to you.
You take care. America, stay safe from the storms. I mean, hopefully they passed by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have passed. Yep. Now it's just like cleanup, but there is some tropical storms coming, but hopefully they won't be as bad.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you ever so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Like I said, you're welcome.
I will be hopefully back on it by Tuesday, so it'd be nice to have a chat with you. All right. Then.
Thank you,
Take
Mojo.
care.
Bye,
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, Mandy. Well, if anybody hasn't subscribed to Mandy, please go over and subscribe. She does a paranormal. She does arts and crafts. She is great. Her streams are so much fun. You do. You just chill and chat. It's so much fun. So if you haven't subbed to her, please go over and sub to her.
And thank you, Jenna.
Yes.
And True Helper, I would love for you to join us too. That would be fascinating to hear. Like that intrigues me just reading that comment.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you.
Gosh. Well, thank you. I'm gonna hop down so you can say your proper goodbyes, and I'm gonna go get my kiddo.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming up.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, everybody. Thank you guys all for coming in, and thank you guys for all your stories. I think this live was great. I'm so thankful that Truth came up, Mojo, Mandy, Smokey P. You guys are all fabulous. Thank you for coming up on panel and enjoying my stream with me. Thank you to all you guys that were in the chat enjoying the stream. If you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not hit the like or the dislike, I would appreciate it. Please do that. And I hope you guys all have a fabulous rest of your night or day, wherever you may be. And I hope everybody has a great beginning of the week. Monday is here, coming soon. So everybody, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay you. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.